They look like ordinary cars, driving through our cities and towns. But beneath the surface lies a hidden crisis, a world of cloned vehicles. What are cloned cars and how do they impact society? Today, we uncover the truth. But first, what is a cloned car? Car cloning is the illegal practice of copying a vehicle's identity, including its number plate, VIN number, and necessary documents. This allows criminals to operate undetected, committing fraud, avoiding tolls, and even escaping serious crimes, the victim explains.
This isn't clickbait. My car has really been cloned. My fiance got the mail in. I was greeted with a fine. I have the fine right here in front of me. My car was failing to comply with a prohibition on certain types of vehicle, and I wasn't really expecting anything that should look like this, so I thought, okay, this is a bit strange.
First, I'm going to talk about how criminals are selling cloned cars. What they do is they spot an unsuspecting individual's car and buy a car that looks like the car they spot that's either written off or badly damaged. Then they look at the car's MOT report to see if it had a recent MOT test and to see if the car is taxed. They then either take the number plate off the clean car or buy number plates with the same characters. They either buy show plates or genuine road legal number plates by either forging the V5 documents, which is like the car's passport, or ordering from a seller who makes number plates without needing any documents or ID. What criminals could also do is they could also match the odometer to the one on the car they've copied. For example, if one car has 30,000 miles and they buy a car with 100,000 miles, they change the odometer to make it look like it's 30,000 miles to match the MOT report. I have asked many people I know if they know what cloned cars are. More people said no than yes. So that means not many people are aware of this particular crime, which is pretty worrying because they might not be aware that a criminal has cloned their number plate and has been driving with a car that looks just like theirs. Clone cars don't just hurt individual people, they cost governments millions in lost revenue from tolls, taxes and fines. They also undermine public safety as they're often used in other crimes. When people want to buy a used car, they scroll through marketplaces like Auto Trader or Car Gurus. You might notice that some of the cars on the platform are parked at people's houses or in ordinary car parks. And when you click on those adverts, if you want to buy those cars, be careful. I recommend you don't buy those cars because those cars might be cloned cars. Here's another way to spot if your car has been cloned. Type in carcheck.co.uk and type in the number plate of the car, and then you can scroll down to the MOT report and you can see the mileage of the car, and you can match the mileage on the report to the mileage on the odometer. If they look different, just walk away. Or if you notice something suspicious, for example if the odometer could be a match to the MOT report, and to see if the VIN number has been tampered with or if the number plate looks a bit dodgy, just walk away and inform the seller you do not want to buy that car anymore. Here's one way to spot that a car has been cloned. Make sure the number plate has the legal marking at the bottom so the police can read it on the ANPR system, which should be the maker's details and postcode, and the BSAU marking, which makes sure that the number plate complies with all road legislations. I interviewed Mo from Glyn Hopkin Watford, who is camera shy, and I asked him different questions if he knows what a clone car is, and I asked him mostly about the V5 document and the parts exchange process. Do you know what a clone car is?
Clone car, of course I do.
So when people sell their cars to you, or you obviously ask for the V5 document, right?
Yeah.
It's important to ask a customer for the V5 document because the V5 is like the car's passport. Just like how we can't get around without our passports, cars can't get around without the V5 document. Can you tell if a document has been forged or not?
Of course, when the customer comes down, sits down with you, you'll see the name. I said when a customer purchases the car, part exchanges the vehicle, it does say their name there. So you know the customer, you sold them a car. Mm-hmm. So you do a bit of building a relationship with the customer is natural. So when you build a relationship with a customer, you know what he likes, you know what his name is, you know where he lives, you build a rapport. So automatically, you look at the V5. If it's not his name, you can tell it's a fraud V5. But majority of the time, it is where it does say the customer's name, his date of birth, or even his number, his driving license, stuff like that. It is on the V5, so which is completely fine. But you can tell when a V5 is fake.
Do you use like some sort of system to tell if a V5 has been
No, not
forged?
necessarily.
But you can just tell by looking at it.
100%. Literally, it's common sense majority of the time. If the name doesn't match the person, you're not going to be able to take it in.
Yeah.
It's someone else's vehicle. When they part exchange a car, you do a BCA, British Car Auction valuation on it. So when they come in with the car, we have proof and pictures already before they even part exchange it with us. So we do a valuation, take pictures, put the mileage in. Before they even pick up the new car, we go out there with them, look around the car just before we take it in, and you can tell. We haven't had no situations where cars been cloned.
Good. That's good.
Plates maybe, registration plates. Yes, because we're a big dealership, but no, we haven't had no clone cars.
So what can be done to tackle the problem of clone cars? Experts suggest a combination of stronger enforcement, better public awareness, and advancements in vehicle identification technology. I've searched all over the internet to find a case study about a clone car victim, and I managed to find one about a British man called Ben King, who started to get parking charges and fine letters through his letterbox. So his case took 6 months, and he had to pay up to £1,000 in fines for parking in incorrect spaces and for speeding. And he said on the dates of these events, his car was parked on his Reading home driveway. He said whenever he goes to London, he only takes public transport, he never drives to London, and he's never ever driven in like Redbridge or Newham, and he got fines for driving in those places. Here are 2 ways to realise a car has been cloned. One way is that the police could knock on your door to investigate a crime. This could be either a police officer showing you a video of the clone car breaking the rules, or you can see that your number plate has been taken off your car. Another way to find out if your car has been cloned is when you get a strongly written letter through a letterbox, which could be about any of the crimes like driving in the bus lane, parking on a double yellow line, speeding or drunk driving, etc. Then you need to go through a long process to prove it wasn't you. Clone cars represent a hidden crisis, but with awareness and action, we can curb this growing problem. Remember, your vigilance can make a difference.